than the Facebook Live. Facebook Live, man, that thing just rolls and rolls and rolls, and I can't catch all the messages. At least this one I can actually back up easily and take a look at it. But I find it amazing how, um, as soon as my prediction is wrong, everybody's quick to jump on here and point out how wrong I was. And of course, I go into every prediction expecting a good game and even telling people, please prove me wrong. Prove me wrong. Go ahead. That's what this is all about. That's what this is all about. But it's the ones that when I'm right, and mind you, and since you want to look at Tykes, at Division II Tykes, first round I was 87.5% correct, so I wasn't all that wrong. Second round, okay, I'll give it to you, 62.5% is what I was. I was still above 500. I was 5-3 for the week. So I'm 60% correct. So I'm bound to get them wrong. But I tell you what, the day that I'm right, you people will disappear. It'll be crickets in this place. Crickets. You won't show up in the chat box. You won't dial the digits 979-353-4421. But now that I was wrong, I'm sure that you'll pick up the phone right now and can tell me how wrong I was. Amazing. Truly, truly amazing. So moving on. Oh yeah, some do, because there's no sense in listening now. Their team's out. And they don't want to hear what I got to say because they're out. Our flag team started with 5 players and they didn't give up. Been against all odds all year, but here they are in the quarterfinals. So I'm ecstatic about your prediction. It's just part of our story, and that would be the Pflugerville Hawks flag. And that is a great story. You guys have always done a good. Pflugerville Hawks are the team. I believe it was 2, maybe 3 years ago now. They came in as a 16th ranked flag team. They were at the bottom of the barrel. They backed into the playoffs, and they ended up in the state game. They lost in the state game, but they got to the state game. So there's no telling what can happen in these games. That's why it's called a prediction. It's not a for sure thing. I'm not saying for sure the Hurricanes are going to win. I'm predicting that the Hurricanes will win, but anything can happen. Hurricanes, I got to give them the respect. They're the number 1 team. They've been wiping people out. They have had 2 shutouts, 26-0 over Galveston County, 26-0 over the Horned Frogs. Got to give them to it. Pflugerville did a great job over Brush Country, 40-6. They struggled against the Texas Spartans, the number 4 ranked team, 46-37. That was a close game. But got to give respect to that number 1 team. Well, thank you, Ava. See, you're wrong, Alex. There are some that still come to listen just because they're loyal. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Division I flag. Here we go. The number 1 Texas Renegades, they beat the Junior Jaguars 33-7. They move on to the quarterfinals. They will face the San Antonio Predators, who beat the Harlingen Cardinals by a score of 52-13. The JYSF Venom, they've been doing it all year long, and they defeat the Cy Ravens 33-13. And that which kind of disproved this other theory that keeps coming out of Houston, and that is our lower seed teams, because we play in such a tougher district, can defeat any top-ranked team out of San Antonio or any other chapter. So I went with the Cy Ravens using your theory, and you got blanked. You got blanked. JYSF Venom win 33-0. So that argument no longer holds any weight for me. No longer holds any weight for me, and solidifies my comment that Houston may be tough to play in, and I get it, but these other chapters are just as good, and nobody wants to give them any credit for it. I will. JYSF Venom just stomped a Houston team. Take that to the bank and hope nobody got film on you. 210 Outlaws in Division One flag. They defeated the RGV Javelinas 38-25. So they move on to the quarterfinals. The Venom face the 210 Outlaws. I am going to pick the Venom to win that football game. My prediction is the Venom. Should have stuck with them last week, but I went with this Houston lore of we're better as a low seed than any top seed. Well, that just got disproven. I'm taking the number 4 seed, JYSF Venom. Renegades and Predators. Predators have a nice team. They've done a lot of great improvement throughout the year. But I have heard a lot, and I've had a lot of conversations with unbiased people about these Renegades outside of Houston. I'm going to go with the Renegades. I think the Renegades get that, and Houston will move on to the semifinals to face the JYSF Venom. On the other side of the bracket, you got the Killeen Trojans, who came in ranked number 15. They defeated the 18th ranked Greyhound 39-0. And in the second round, they defeated the number 2 RGV Mustangs 14-0. Cypress Tigers, coming in ranked number 7, defeat the Wolfpack 34-0. And now they face the Killeen Trojans. Killeen Trojans, a great job being the 15th ranked team. They're moving it up, and that's great. But I think they end with the Cypress Tigers. I'm going to go with the Cypress Tigers on that. Killeen Code Chiefs 24-0 over the North Houston Panthers. And the Texas Giants lose to the Austin Steelers in overtime 6-0. So the Steelers move on to face the Killeen Code Chiefs. And I'm going to take the Killeen Code Chiefs. So I think the semifinals is going to be the Chiefs and the Tigers in Division One flag. Division Two Tykes. On the left side of the bracket, you got the El Paso Bombers, came in ranked number 1 against the Pflugerville Hawks, who are ranked number 8. Hawks defeat the Bombers 34-7 to move on to the quarterfinals. The Cibolo Spartans face the Somerset Fighting Bulldogs. Bulldogs win in a fantastic football game. If you missed it, go over to Cypher Radio, listen to the archives in the game day broadcast. It was a fantastic game. The Bulldogs pulled it off 19-13 over the Spartans. So they move on to the quarterfinals to face the Pflugerville Hawks. Haven't seen the Pflugerville Hawks, but I have seen the Somerset Fighting Bulldogs. I will get to see them this weekend. Saturday, this game will be live here on Cypher Radio. I'm predicting the Bulldogs to win. Icon Raiders, they defeat the San Antonio Junior Hurricanes by a score of 22-0. The Junior Falcons, coming in ranked number 6, defeat the Lubbock Texans in overtime 25-19 to move on to the quarterfinals. So now they will face the Icon Raiders, who are ranked number 2 coming into this matchup. And I'm going to go with the Icon Raiders. That's another game you can catch live here on Cypher Radio. Both Tice games being played back-to-back out at Somerset. The first one at 12:30 is the Bulldogs and the Hawks. And then at 2:30, it's the Raiders and the Falcons. Catch all that right here on Cypher Radio. By the way, phone lines are open. 979-353-4421. 979-353-4421. You want to give a shout out or you don't agree with my prediction. Now's your chance to actually voice your opinion. How many of these keyboard warriors will put down the keyboard and actually dial the digits and try to debate me on this? Other side of the bracket, Bell County Patriots came in ranked number 8 against the Cypress Mustangs, ranked number 1 in this bracket. Patriots win 33-23. And that was a decent playing Cypress Mustangs team. So the Patriots will move on to play the Southside Cowboys, who defeated the Galveston County Seahawks 12-0. Cowboys come in ranked number 4. Patriots are ranked number 8. That's my first upset alert right there. I'm taking the Bell County Patriots. In that Division II Tykes game. Then you got the Hamilton Park Bobcats, ranked number 2. They defeat the PSJ Wildcats 45-0. ATX Wildcats lose to the Central Houston Titans 22-12. Titans coming to rank number 6. I'm going to go with the Hamilton Park Bobcats on this one. So I'm looking at a semifinals between the Bell County Patriots and the Hamilton Park Bobcats on one side, and the Somerset Fighting Bulldogs and the Icon Raiders on the other. So just as I said earlier, overall 60% in Division II Tykes is where I'm at. By the way, I didn't mention the Division I flag. I am in Division I flag. I am 81.25% correct on my picks. Last week, I was 3-1 on one side, 2-2 on the other, 5-3 overall. Overall, over both weeks, 7-3, coming up to 81.25. Division I Tykes. Admittedly, I got to say this is the one I've struggled in. Currently, I was 25% on the first week, 62.5% on the second week. Right now, I'm at 43.75% correct. So Southwest Houston Marlins, which was one of my correct picks on this one. They face the JYSF Venom. Marlins win 33-0. They move on to the quarterfinals to face the Austin Steelers, who defeated the Fresno Jets 19-7. So it'll be the Marlins and the Steelers. And I know Jerry Barr, again, will give me hell, but I'm taking the Marlins. Yes, Jerry, that's 2 weeks in a row I'm picking against you. RGV Mustangs and the 210 Outlaws. Outlaws win 28-12 to move on to the quarterfinals. They play the RGV Javelinas, who defeated the Wolfpack out of the RGV 41-0. So the 210 Outlaws face the RGV Javelinas. I'm going with the 210 Outlaws. The San Antonio Predators, ranked number 2, defeat the Capital Area Junior Wranglers 35-6 to move on to the quarterfinals. They get to face the number 7 ranked North Houston Panthers, who defeated the Killeen Trojans 12-6. So Predators taking on the North Houston Panthers. And I'm going to go with the Predators. Killeen Co Chiefs and the Cy Ravens, 24-0. Chiefs over the Ravens. They will play the number 11 ranked Junior Broncos, who defeated the number 6 Tri-County Titans 30-7. But I'm going to take the Killeen Co Chiefs. So my picks for Division I Tykes is Marlins, Outlaws, Predators, and Chiefs. I believe that is your semifinal group right there. Yeah, I know. I knew someone was going to say something. Terry Burnett said, ooh, you must be talking about that Predators-Panthers game. Yeah, I got to say, when I looked at that, I just 12-6. Panthers over the Trojans, 7-10. And I give credit to the Trojans. They're a good squad, but I would have thought the Panthers would have handled them a little bit better. And I didn't see that. Predators took care of business on the Wranglers. They took care of business. And granted, the Wranglers are the 18th ranked team. I'm just going to go with the Predators on this one. I don't know. We'll see if I'm wrong. I mean, that's the whole point. Go out and prove me wrong. I'm sure they will. I'm sure they will. All I can say is bring it. All I can say is bring it. Same thing to the Southside Cowboys.